Okay, so here we are for IBL week number 8. I said I didn't think there'd be Rillaboom. There is no Rillaboom. I said either Rillaboom or Weavile aren't likely to come. Turns out both aren't coming. So I really don't need Terra of my Salamence, like, at all. clefable looks still pretty good. We are boot spam pretty much this week. The end game looks like it could be Sinistcha. Again, like, Sinistcha doesn't need to Terra. It's a little bit better now without the Rillaboom there to be able to Terra. But I was always planning to lead off with my Metagross here, and I will continue to do so. There's a chance that it's going to be Corrosion. Corrosion on the what's it called? The the 𝘾𝙀𝙀𝙀𝘀, but I think it's more likely just to be Toxic Debris and try and set up hazards and win that way. Raging Bolt is Terra and is Terra Water, which is pretty scary, but Water doesn't beat Sinistcha, so that's fine. Water also doesn't make it any better against clefable, and makes it worse against Rotom. So yeah, if we can force the Terra, even better. Like, that would be a great situation for us. But good luck, have fun to Mario. We've played him multiple times over the generations, and it's always a good time when we do, albeit it's a little bit late today, but yeah, it be what it do, Yugi. Now, you're going to set up hazards, so I'm going to set up my hazards. Are they all that helpful? Yes and no. Realistically, I just need to get something in range, Lando in range, I think it is, of Ments. We are boot spam, so I don't really care too much about this. The T-Spikes going up would suck a little bit, but we're just going to go ahead and Psychic Fangs. Bring this thing down to what I assume is going to be a Sash, as it will Earth Power us. We are pretty Spadef. They actually just set up Spikes, so they are fully leaning into the Spikes, fam. So maybe I should have just gone full boots. Literally everything with the boots. But, you know, it's what it is. I mean, I could just Bullet Punch. What do you go into afterwards? Bronzong? I'll go for the Bullet Punch. Good chance they switch out, but at the same time, if they do, then we get damage on something else, and this thing is already low to the point in which I think it dies to rocks. It looks like it's definitely in range of rocks, that's for sure. Spiky Shield, okay, I see you. So, dual hazard, Spiky Shield. Earth Power probably is the last move. If I had to guess, against my team, definitely possible. I'll just go for a knockoff, because you could choose to preserve this, I guess. If your spin on Blastoise keeps it around for later. In hindsight, Bullet Punch probably still was the right play, was the right call there, but at the same time, if we knock off something else, would be lovely. Because there's Bolt and there's Blastoise, both can switch in pretty freely. There's the Bronzong as well, can switch in pretty freely. They Spiky Shield. They just get a double Spiky Shield. I guess they're just that talented. Well, I think this time you don't switch out on a knockoff. So this time I will just Bullet Punch. There we go. So he probably lost a little bit more health than we needed to there, but it is what it is. The hazards are gone. I just need to be able to spin them away at some point, which is easier said than done against an Annihilate. But at the same time, I guess if we're boots on everything, we only need to spin it away if Sinistcha's going to come in. Bronzong comes in. Are you going to be like weakness policy? There's definitely a chance of you being weakness policy. Knockoff's still going to hurt. Yeah. You are weakness policy. What are you going to go for? Trick Room into Earthquake, I assume? No, it's got to be Earthquake that's coming out, right? There's no way it's anything else. Do I even, like, need Rotom? Honestly, no, it's dog shit in this matchup now because there's no Rillaboom or Weavile, so... We'll go into DP Hamlet. Hamlet wants to name Mond after him, or named after him. It's actually Shadow Ball. That does not do a great deal. Spadef drop makes a lot of sense. I will just go out into clefable and then back out into my Rotom, I think. Be interesting to see what their last moves are. I assume it's going to be Flash Cannon and Psychic. I don't know whether or not we would have lived something. But the Spadef drop means we definitely don't. Shout out to Wingull. Psychic Noise. I mean, obviously that's going to do nothing. I want to scout for the Heavy Slam, or... I mean, even if the Heavy Slam, we still live. I can Moonlight. Yeah, I can just Moonlight. I can't Moonlight. What am I talking about? I've just been Psychic Noise. Come on. Get your shit together. I mean, how many turns of Trick Room you got left? Can I just go out into... 2 turns left. I could just go out into Rotom. Having this weakened sucks a lot more than just like losing Rotom, so I'll do that. As they just Shadow Ball. Do they really not have the Steel move? That'd be wild against a Clef to not have the Steel move. Pretty happy, I think, to let this go down. Is there any reason to keep it? I mean, it's a ground immunity, but that's probably about it. I'll just Volt Switch. They should just kill me here. There's no reason for them to not. They do Flash Cannon, so... As it turns out, we're going to live that and then get the free switch out. That was the last turn of Trick Room as well, so... I can probably just go into you and click anything. I don't think Spin will knock them out from here, so... yeah, I'll just go out to Task. Because Ice Spinner definitely will take this out. From this range, there's no way that it doesn't. Is there a way that it doesn't? They're actually going to withdraw. Probably into Annihilate. Yep. Makes sense. Going to take the rocks. Going to take an Ice Spinner. And I am just going to click Bulk Up. That took very little, so it looks like it's definitely max HP. So Rage Fist should not be able to do a lot, even at base 100. I guess it's Adamant. Even then, it's really not doing too much damage with Rage Fist. Say U-turn. Okay. What do you U-turn into Bolt? So I think that might be Choice Scarf. To go into Lando. I'm just gonna spin, I think, because even if your Psychic would be very dangerous actually from this range, and you would only go into this if you had that. Should definitely have gone Boots on you, because then I could have just switched into you. But a 375. The roll is in their favour to kill, which is the issue that I currently have. I'll just sack Rotom. I think there's a turn to sack Rotom. Really? Wow. Okay. Did not think they would switch. I guess it makes sense. If they haven't got Psychic, then it definitely makes sense. There's no reason for you to click like Final Gambit here, so I think going into Clef is completely fair. Yeah. I can still preserve this as a sack. If you go for Gunk Shot, then that's an incredible read. Because I could switch into multiple things on my team at this point. Nah, just a U-turn. And what's coming out? I would assume probably the Lando again. Certainly glad I got the rocks up because they're providing a lot of value as they're just pivoting around. Need that. That is the bolt. Are you booster? You're not booster. I'm going to go for a Moonlight as they are going to Terra. Okay, well, Terra was good for me. I am specially defensive, so there shouldn't be anything this can do. Terra Blast, use Specs. Maybe. Maybe Specs. Let's have a look. Let's do a good just calc on this one. Terra Blast. 26 if you're not Specs. I think that did more. But I am gaining health from this exchange, so... puts me down to 107. So is it, what, like 290-ish before? Okay, I'm barely gaining anything. So you're definitely, almost definitely Specs. Which means I can go out into... I'm going into my Salamence. I should take absolutely nothing, because again... should be absolutely fine here. Wow, that does so much damage. That still did far more than I liked. I could dual Wing Beat. They do still have a switch into dual Wing Beat. But I'm just going to Dragon Dance. They are going to switch. As the Lando comes out, we've got the Rocks chip that we needed. So I think at +1 we should be able to knock out a Landorus. Let's have a look. Yeah. That should definitely be in range, so I'm just going to go for the dual Wing Beat. As they are Scarf. Okay. Should I have scouted for that? Almost definitely. But with that knowledge, I'm pretty sure I can just go into you and click Bulk Up. Because you should not be able to touch me at all. I assume that Ape would be the switch in. Chango, yeah, you still want to keep those hazards up. From the Ranger, Matt, I don't think you kill me with anything. Like, even a Final Gambit shouldn't be enough. So I'm going to bulk up one more time. Are you Final Gambit? No, you're just U-turning. Should have spun. Spun would have been a real Chad play there. Go into Bronzong. Which I believe lives the hazard here. So now I am going to go for a spin. I haven't shown it yet. But I think if ever there's a time to go for it, this would be it. Just stay in and sack it, you fucker. But it's okay, we're still getting hazard chip on everything. As minor as it may be, we are still getting that chip. Do I just want to... I mean, I can spin if they U-turn out into like anything else. And so be it, but they are Final Gambit. It's not going to do enough, but now their hazard... Their spin blocker has died. And Lando comes in, I assume that it's going to have Psychic. Regardless, I'll click Ice Spinner. If you don't have Psychic, then so be it. You don't kill me with an Earthquake, I can tell you that much. Grass Knot, okay. I know the spin blocker just went, but I think that I'm in a situation where I have to make the sack there. And I don't think anything can really stop Clef at this point, so... Gonna go Clef and I'm gonna click 𝘾𝙀𝙀𝙀𝘀. Yeah, they're gonna withdraw, probably sack the Bronzong, maybe? Yeah. So free 𝘾𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀. clefable looks pretty good as a potential endgame here, so yeah, we'll have to see. It's a very interesting Scarf Lando set. I'll Moonlight once, get myself back up to a good amount of health. And Terra Blast, I don't believe. There they are, going Thunderbolt. Yeah, that's not going to do enough. So I'll 𝘾𝙀𝙀𝙀 one more time. You go Terra Water. +2 still isn't going to do enough. Not to 𝘾𝙀 at least. So I will just Moonlight. Because I think he wants to keep me low, or is banking on that. We'll get our Moonlight off, that's fine. We'll go for Moonlight one more time. I know we're running a little bit low, but after this one I'm going to start attacking. And we should be able to maybe we should be able to 2-KO this from here, no problem. We might be able to get a special attack drop as well, which would be really nice. Perfect. I mean, we're unaware, so that doesn't actually matter. But regardless, I will Moonlight one more time. Just try and keep myself as healthy as possible, so nothing should be able to knock me out afterwards. So just Moonblast again. Blastoise, the way that they're playing it, is 100% Shell Smash. But if they Shell Smash, I don't think they kill Sinistcha. If I Terra, and I can just match a Gotcha it. So they have to go into Lando, I'm pretty sure at this point, yep. And I will Moonblast, just take it out from here. You Sludge Wave, your Stone Edge. And it looks like Clef's going to see out this game. Clef is a fun and interactive Pokemon. Once I set up the 𝘾𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀, like there was too many choice items for me to not be able to set up at some point, so yeah, we're just going to go Pumper comes in. I guess your play is still going to be to Shell Smash, right? But my play is always just to Moonblast. Because if I get parried, I get parried anyway. I respect the Dark Pulse. The Paraflinch attempt? Yeah, get fucked. Not today, Mario. Let's not do that today. They're just going to pump. Don't think that knocks me out. Oh, that does nothing. And then we get the para. Okay. I mean, part of me that really wants to just go out into... I don't know if that actually did enough to knock me out from it. They're going to smash. I respect it. You have got to try. I don't know if that's in Bullet Punch range. Do we get a parrot? We'll find out after all of these ridiculous amounts of stat boosts. There's the white herb. And we don't get parrot. So clefable's going to see out this game. 4-0 win against Mario, that locks us for playoffs. Next week we play Brendan, and it doesn't even matter really what we do. But it does control his fate, so we will prep properly. But yeah, GG to Mario. Make sure to go check him out. Link will be down in the description below. Like if you enjoyed the battle, subscribe, and until next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.